teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway. Knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85.
Take a look at Chicago, you can smell it in the air. There's a hungry team called Soldier Field going nuts, jumping out their chair. Teams rather be anywhere but here. We don't care if it's below zero. Let it dump a foot of snow, we still gon' break roads. If we win the point flip, we choosing to kick. Cause we gotta do this, that love to hit. Polarize the link with our smash mouth D's. Slicing up teams like Mike Singletary. Forever repping the seat, making Papa Bear proud. Giving Chicago something to shout about.
We the Bears, monsters of the
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Panda and Grizzly Show. I'm Brian the Grizzly right here. We got Fredo here, we got Baron here, and we got to say bye to Grant. Grant is actually nursing a sore throat, so sorry, Grant, that you couldn't be on here. We couldn't hear your great messages and all of the great thoughts. Oh no, what will we ever do?
Oh, well, just cancel the show for today. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Exactly. What up, True Pilgrim? How you feeling? Bear the F down. Let's go. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. We left last week talking about, hey, I think we're going to sign Bayer. Maybe we sign Brisker. Maybe we bring back Billings. Maybe we do something. Maybe we have an unbelievable signing going on. And guess what happened?
Nothing.
Well, you know what that tells me? It tells me a lot. It tells me that the Bears are relying on their studies, because look what happened last year. Trapillo, you got Burden,
Mm-hmm.
you got who's the other guy? The running back, Manungai.
Manungai.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we got Loveland.
Kokomet. Yeah, not Kokomet. Loveland. Yeah.
So we picked a very good draft.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming they're like, you know what? Let's do it again. However, they're missing one key factor.
Mm.
It's the dude that went to Atlanta had something to do with those picks as well.
Mm.
So
Ian Cunningham. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Because I mean, think about it. If I could do it. Yeah, we did it last year. We could do it again this year. Maybe not, because he had a guy like, well, someone who's just opinionated, someone who wanted to take over a job, and someone was studying. Well, now you got no one there. I'm sure you have somebody there, but I don't know, man. It's gonna be iffy. That's why I don't think we're gonna be as well this year as we did last year. Last year was magic year.
Okay. We'll see. Okay. What, Baron, what you thinking?
I personally think that this kind of says that it's going to be a changing of the new guard.
Mm.
It's going to be like, hey, we got to get younger. These guys have run their course. They run their course with the team. Let's get some new blood in and see how they do. Kind of like how we replaced Brisker with A. Jackson and that type of thing. Well, not
replaced A. Jackson with Brisker.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. True Pilgrim says, I wanted Brisk back, but I understand why they let him go. Those concussions were serious. Yes, and that no other team wanted to pay him. The fact that Brisker is going for $5.5 million and no one wanted to make another offer, that's kind of crazy. I know that they wanted Bayer. The Bayer was thinking about which one I'm going to go with. I'm not surprised that's what ended up happening. I'm surprised that they didn't do another signing just in case the rookie they bring in can't get the scheme in enough time. I'm surprised that they didn't do those things and cover their butts, just because you never know what's going to happen. So, I mean, there's things that work that happen, but I'm surprised that they seem to be very just content with what they have. I don't think the moves that they made were bad. I think they made good moves. I just think we need more. And we look at a division that's continuously getting better. Now, Kyler Murray's now in this division. Oh, you say that the Vikings don't matter, right? Oh, they're the last team in our division. The Vikings were 9-8 last year, guys.
Yeah.
Now, the Vikings were not that bad of a team. Now you have a competent quarterback, possibly. You don't know what Kyler Murray's going to be, but if you're not depending on him and he just got to be steady, that's going to make Minnesota better. You know, we still have another year with Detroit past what they lost their offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator with more talent. They just signed another guy from the DJ Wanham from Carolina who's going to be really good at pass rush. They've been signing people too, that's going to help with their entire thing. So you look at Detroit, and then well, Green Bay sucks, so I hate them. So I don't care what the hell they do. So whatever is going on Green Bay, they're whatever. But I'm telling you that this division is going to be different. This division, this conference, everything's going to be difficult, and you have to get better. And I think that it seems like we are trying to change the team. Not just changing of a guard, but we're trying to change the team, get younger, and pretend and get to a point where we can pay Caleb. Honestly, we're going to have to pay him, and we can't pay him with these giant contracts. So unless it's a guy that we feel like is a can't miss guy, we're not going to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think that's why they're trying to save all their pennies now, because they could spend that, buy the big prize later. So that's why I think we're heavily relying on the draft, and which, it coincidence what I said earlier. They're going to rely on the draft. They're hoping they have a great draft on the defensive side of the ball. I just think that it's going to be very difficult this year for us. We're going to be accustomed to this last second drive, game-winning touchdowns. But it's not going to be it this year. I mean, hopefully it is, but Iceman's going to melt.
That's
we don't have a DJ Moore out there to catch.
I look at the team, and I think the team can be better with these draft picks, and then with one or two new movements. I wouldn't be surprised if once again. So there's things that the Bears can make that are big splashes that we're still looking at. So I was telling these guys backstage, is it possible that we're looking at Cam Jordan? Is Cam Jordan coming from the Saints with this 130 sacks? Is he going to bring that type of talent over to the Bears? Could he end his career with his defensive coordinator? Is that something that could add to this team? That would be a cheap 1 or 2 year deal that could help. That's possible. Could we be looking for trade options? So we all know about the Max Crosby thing. So everyone's talking about Max Crosby. Is Max Crosby coming? And I can tell you that the Bears have made an offer. They have made an offer. I don't tell you that this is going to be something that's going to definitely come through, but they've said something. They've talked to the team. They are aware of what's happening. They have something there that they're comfortable with. I don't think that Las Vegas is comfortable with it. I don't think Las Vegas wants those things. So is it going to happen?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No. Yeah.
I mean, that's just how
there's a new trade for Achane that.
Yeah, exactly.
The new trade for Achane was Smith in the second. I personally think that's a dumb trade because
why do you think Devon Achane?
He is one. I will admit he is one of the best running backs in the league, but 1 year potential rental, and future draft capital for a team that has no leverage. They have no leverage. The Dolphins have no leverage.
So
Dolphins have nobody really because they got rid of Waddle.
They got rid of Waddle, and
they're starting over. They're trying to start over. And clearing everything out. And the reason why you get a chance is to see if you can get a young running back here. Can winning be the thing that helps? If you is DeAndre Swift, you think that he can't be healthy for another year. If you're thinking that that's the problem with DeAndre Swift, that's why you make this move. You say that he's getting older. He's getting to that point where we don't know if we can do it. We need a guy who's going to be more explosive. If you think Monangai is the guy who's the thunder, you need a true lightning. Now, I believe DeAndre Swift is the better running back altogether. But could you do those things? Possibly. I mean, I think the Cam Jordan and the Devon Achane kind of go hand in hand. If you're going to sign someone to a quick 1 year deal and you're going to trade for the running back, that's a win now type of thing. I think if you trade for Max Crosby, I think that all that goes away. You can't do both. I don't think you get Achane and Max Crosby. You just can't. I don't think you have
too much capital.
Exactly.
I mean, did someone who was it that said Ian Rappaport? I think said the Bears are broke. That's why they're not going for it.
That is something that's interesting. As Schefter said, he said the problem with the Max Crosby thing is you're going to have to pay Max Crosby, and the Bears are broke. That's why they're not offering any money. They don't have any money to actually offer anyone anything else.
Is that one of the big reasons why we didn't even try to get them back? Is that question?
I mean, I don't think that. I mean, I don't know why because every safety, even cornerbacks, got signed for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
1 year 5.5, 1 year 8.1, really low under the expected numbers that everyone is projecting. So I really don't know why that they didn't bring them back. I mean, at least one of them.
What I am surprised about is that they haven't tried to renegotiate or change any of the contracts. That there's no renegotiation there. We renegotiate your contract. We give you a higher signing bonus right now. Here's cash up front to give us more cap space. That's not what Schefter said. Schefter said that the Bears are broke, which
Well,
means
can't even do
they're
that.
cash poor. That they can't give money up front right now because they're doing all these other things. That could be a problem.
Well, they're broke for this year, so they're like I said, they're trying to save every penny they can for Caleb's contract in 2 years.
No, this is straight up cash. This is straight up cash.
I think it's the stadium deal. That's the issue. The having the Arlington Heights, having that land still sitting there. You bought all that stuff. Remember, Georgia's. We don't have McCaskey here anymore. Like she's gone. So like when you're thinking about where's the money's going to come from, you have to have. So the way these contracts go, when we sign someone to a contract, is you have to put a portion of that contract into an account to help fund that and to show that you have enough money for that account. So if you don't have the money up front, you can't make a signing. And I'm wondering if that's what Schefter was talking about. What do you guys think?
If that's true, that explains a lot of their acts. Like they did all the action the first day, and that's it. They's like, okay, this amount of money we have, I want him and him. Well, that's it. I'm signing him. That's it. That's everything.
And I don't know how capital gains goes with So I think what's it? George will have to pay for Virginia. Virginia be going right. George will have to pay capital gains. I don't know if they have to do that. Is that going to be a lot of cash? Is this a 1-year deal? Once you pay the capital gains tax, that you're good? Is that possibly what's happening? I don't know. I don't know if George is thinking that way and limiting the team, but you get money for the NFL. Like you get your TV deal money and all that stuff. I don't know how it's going to work. I do wonder more about the Schefter thing as I look at that report. Could it be more about the Bears just don't have the capital to make the signings? I don't know.
If that's true, how's that kind of explain how all the action's been going through so far?
Bear down. What's up, Ron? How you feeling? So those are issues when we look at that. In the Bears might have enough money to make the Max Crosby. It could be that the Max Crosby trade is what they're really going for, and then once they say they shut the door on that, then they say, okay, we have a few $1 million to move around now to make other signings. It could be that too, guys. I'm just so surprised that we haven't restructured not one contract yet.
I thought they did.
Who did we restructure?
They didn't.
They haven't restructured. They have these restructured deals ready to go. They haven't done anything. I want to see what we can get out of it. Ron says Max wants to stay a Raider. And I think Max wants to be wanted, right? And that's the team that took a chance on him. I could see him being happy going to the Bears, but do you really want to move? Who really wants to move? You've been something the entire time. I don't think DJ. Do you think DJ wants to go to Buffalo? I can guarantee you didn't want to go there. But could winning aid and all this stuff, could that be possible? I think that's possible too. I'm just not sure that I want Max Crosby.
Yeah, I mean that's a big ticket item.
Yeah.
Because if we trade for him and we get him, he's only stayed for what, a year?
No,
Maybe.
I mean it's a 3-year deal.
He has a 3-year deal. So
3-year deal for $29.5 million a year, which is actually a very good contract because a premier pass rusher right now is making $40 million. As Danielle Hunter in Texans making 1 year $40 million deal. We already know what the greatest Myles Garrett is making. You see what Micah Parsons is pulling in 46.5. I mean, these deals are huge. Yeah. So like, even if you bring him in, and what Ryan was saying, I think that even you bring him in, you have to pay him more money. You have to sign him to some type of contract extension where you put in more money up front. Maybe you don't have that. Maybe that's not what you want. This is the same thing when I think about Kayvon Thibodeau. Well, if we trade for him, it's a 1 year prove it thing. You have to pay him. If you don't believe in him, you're not sure about it. Would you do that? Knowing you have to pay Caleb soon. I don't know.
Interesting.
These are just difficult questions, This is why Cam Jordan might be more of a thing that makes a lot of sense for us, Dennis Allen is looking for people that fit his system. I think he's looking young safety, young defensive tackle, right? Maybe a young rush. Maybe we go real hard on defense. We have 2 second-round picks right now, So maybe we go hard on defense now, get a young linebacker in, and then fill in the gaps with what we have.
Yeah.
Don't pretend like we don't have a lot of talent already here. We have a lot of talent on offense. I'm just saying we have some talent on defense. We have a lot of DBs coming back, so that could be a problem.
Yeah, someone might convert into safety then.
Yeah, we definitely heard that too. So Max might get 2 first-round picks. I don't think he can get 2 first-round picks with the injury thing now. I can see you saying the Bears traded for Max Crosby, giving a 2026 second-round pick, the higher one, and then a conditional first-round pick. If he plays X amount of games without having a problem missing games because of his knee injury, then you get a first-round pick in 2027. I can see that being the deal that you see going through. So, but if he does get hurt, then he drops to a second. So you offer 2 seconds, but if he plays the X amount of games, it goes to a first in 2027. I can see that being the deal.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a higher draft pick in 2027.
Because if the Bears are good, if you make the trade for Max Crosby, I don't think it's even about the wins. It's about how many games he plays specifically. And that's going to be what the trade offer would be. How many games he plays, that tells you what type of pick you get, first or second round pick. So it's a second and a first or second and a second. It depends.
Yeah.
What do you say, Baron? I'm sorry.
That's pretty good. That's a pretty good pick. That's a pretty good idea. Test it at least. Make sure that his knee is healthy, at least for the push that you're doing right now. Your push for at least this year.
I hear Max Crosby is really surprised about failing that medical examination. He's really surprised, because he had surgery, right? He's out of it. He's off the crutches. Then he's probably going to be ready by June. He'd probably be ready to go.
Yeah, he's even ready for week 1. Mm-hmm. That's the thing I don't understand what happened in Baltimore. They say, okay, here's our 2 round picks. I'm like, wait a minute. We have Henderson on the free agent. Why don't we just get our 2 picks back and sign him instead?
It's buyer's remorse.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Buyer's remorse. I'm like, you know what? Nah, he's injured. Yeah, that's what it is. He's injured. He's broken.
Well, I think he is injured, but and it's hard trading for someone who's injured.
But they knew about it. It wasn't hidden. It wasn't a secret. It was all over the news.
You're right. So Ron says, I heard the Ravens backed out because he didn't pass the physical. Yes, and that's kind of what it was. They can use that as part of a thing, but also when you look at it, why would I give up all that if I need a pass rush guy and I can get Trey Hendrickson for cheaper, and he's been in this division. He's already know how he plays against all these players. We keeping a lot of the same things. Why would I not just go for him? I heard that they're negotiating with Trey Hendrickson before they reneged on this Max Crosby deal.
Yeah. They probably could have only afforded one. Apparently, they wanted both of them, but that wasn't.
I don't. You didn't. They didn't have the money to do both, and that's why that doesn't make any sense. True Pilgrim says Crosby is damaged goods at this point. I wouldn't give up more than a second round pick for him. I hear you. I just don't think that that's what gets the deal done. I think what it will be is that second and a conditional second. When you're looking at deals of this magnitude, you're looking at you're not really looking at Khalil Mack. You're looking at someone who's been maybe injured a little bit more, and what you get from him? I'm thinking at Von Miller. That's the type of trade I'm looking at. So right in between Khalil Mack and Von Miller. So was that second and a third, or 2 first? Well, now you give him a second and a first, but 2027 first, possibly.
Yeah.
Because I mean, do you guys remember what the Von Miller trade was?
I don't.
Which one? Which one?
When he came from Denver
To
the Bills.
Yep, the Bills. What, okay, it wasn't like a third, like a third round pick.
I thought because I think it was a trade, and then he also got a big signing. I think he signed with the Bills. Didn't he sign with the Bills?
A sign and trade.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. So I think it was a second and a third. I think that's the kind of type of thing you're going to look for, that type of deal. So that's just me. We'll see what happens. I still like the idea younger. What do you think about what the Bears have on the team right now?
They have some clear holes, but I think with those clear holes, they make kind of everything kind of red hot clear. Because we have three left tackles vying for one position, so we're not drafting tackle.
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting
Do you like the signing we made for left tackle?
Wills, yeah. Yeah, I like Joseph Wills. He's a good potential recovery piece.
Mm-hmm.
Has talent, but he hasn't played in nearly 2 years, so this is a good a recovery piece. We have a couple that's already in the organization, which means
Jones.
Yeah, and we kind of pretty our line set pretty much. It's whoever wins that battle.
It's gonna be one of them. Yeah, it's gonna be one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucas still says left tackle is not out of the question at 25.
Who?
I think it is because of the quality that you're going to have. I don't think you're going to have a first round talent at 25 still.
Caden's a right tackle. Fano is a.
No, it's great, but he's going to be gone. No, he's going to be gone.
Yeah, he's great, but he's probably going to be gone, and he has Will Campbell arms. So, yeah.
I don't know. I look at left tackle, and I think that there's some guys that are really talented, but I do believe they'll be going early.
Yeah. Freeling, I don't think. My personal thing is I don't know why he shot up. We went from mid-second to middle to first almost immediately.
Talent. I mean, because size, you can't teach size.
Yeah.
That's always what it comes down with left tackle.
Yeah, he does have great size, but when I see him at Georgia, I don't see it. I don't see that elite tackle play.
He didn't get destroyed. So you're going against really good guys, and you're not, losing to them. I don't mind it. I mean, I think it could work.
He's good, but I don't think he's great. Oh, he's good, not great.
As long as he holds the block for 3 seconds, that's all you really got to do.
No, left tackle, you got to be great.
Yeah.
There's just between good and great.
So
when I played left tackle in the league, and all I did was make sure give my quarterback some time, and that's the whole idea. I used swim moves, power rushes, whatever. It was really hard. There was a lot of pressure, but the only downfall is all I kept like this. I got to hold him back for 3 seconds. Anything more, it's a bonus. I love that. That's all I had to do.
At left tackle, especially when I'm just telling you, from this college to that experience to knowing what you knew when you're going against these great edge rushers right now, a left tackle on your blind side needs to be able to have good feet, a good pass pro, good set, and need to be quick enough to get out against these guys. We have great edge rushers in this division. They're, I mean, really, really, really good guys. I mean, some of the best. When you see someone get off has a get off like that, you have to have a left tackle that's going to be able to move his feet and get around. So when I look at Fano, I think Spencer Fano actually can be a good left tackle because of his 6'6" height. Even though you say his arms are short, his arms are really not short. They're just not as long as his 6'6" height. I still think he can be left tackle. I think he's one of those gifted athletes that can do those things. I looked at what's his name from Alabama, Proctor.
Too slow-footed.
He's
Too slow-footed. That's his weakness.
He's sloth-footed, but he has a really good explosion. I think he's more of a right tackle. When I look at Freeling, I think he's more versatile. I think he could go pretty good with blocking, but I'm not sure he's my great left tackle. But what do you think about Margoa?
He's good. I think he's very good, but
he's physical. But I don't know if he's a great left tackle, and that's. But all these guys are 6'6", 6'7". All these top left tackles are 6'6", 6'7". So if you have a guy that you like and you fall in love with, get him.
Yeah. Margoa feels like he's maybe has like a Lane Johnson ceiling at right tackle, like Lane Johnson ceiling, but
man, we already have that.
Like we all know how great Lane Johnson is, but he never got out as a left tackle. Mostly because
but he's also one of the greatest right tackles of all time. So I mean,
yeah.
But we already have Darnell right there, so that's probably not what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about the defense?
There's clear areas where it's like, oh, we need a safety or slot guy if we want Kyler safety.
So Kyler, I believe, will be a slot guy that plays safety on other downs.
Plays safety on base if it's base.
It's a base. He will be out there as safety. He will be your other safety going forward, and he will play slot when you go into nickel, and you'll bring another guy out there. So you need another guy, but you can draft that guy, like Nick Emenwari, who they got in the second round, who was his great talent. Didn't start really. He came in on certain downs. Kyler could be the guy that stays on the field. You're bringing another guy in that you get in the second or third round.
Maybe Traden Stukes.
Exactly.
Traden Stukes at that place.
That's a good name. That's a good name, guys. I'm just saying that's what you could be doing. And we're looking at corner, and I know we had a lot of guys kind of walk, but do we remember Zafar was okay? Tyreek is still really good.
Terrell Smith's coming back.
Terrell Smith is coming back. We still have Jalen Johnson, So we have some talent there. So I'm just telling you that this is not the end all be all. Maybe that we trusted our guys right now. So I mean, I'm
just let develop in the system.
Exactly.
But
I do worry.
We have a clear thing at the edge. We might draft I will say a guy who's pretty well built but has a little bit of ceiling. I know Zion Young's getting a lot of press in the first. I don't really think he's a second round talent. Personally, Gabe Jacques, Derek Moore, those guys who are we know what they are in college ranks. They're consistent production. They get the consistent production, and we can use them right now.
When you see Billings not come back, you know they're going to go defensive tackle, I think, in the first round.
Yeah, defensive tackle.
So defensive tackles has to be there, and there's 3 guys out there that you can get defensive tackle. I think in the second round, now you have 2 second-round picks. I think you're going to see a safety and maybe an edge rusher or off-the-ball linebacker in the second round coming in. That means we're going all defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. Because there's a lot of holes in the defense that we need to plug.
Well, we went all offense last year, so it kind of works.
Right. As far as the offense, the end spot, the edge rushers, I'm assuming they're not putting all their eggs in one basket for Austin Booker, but towards the end of the season, he was coming up. He's doing a lot better. He was getting rushes. He was getting sacks. He was getting in there. I mean, there's a lot of potential there. So they might even gamble and we have this
Right
guy.
now, he's a very good third down edge rusher. He's good.
Right,
Hey,
right.
Can
give me your
Dio
ears back.
play?
No.
Can Dio play the edge on those other downs? That's why you paid him $14 million for.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
I mean,
just to be a rush edge. Just to be a rush edge.
right.
Rush edge.
I mean,
Keep it solid, then sub him out for
we
Booker
all
on
know.
rush.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. I mean, because isn't Booker on his rookie deal still?
Yes.
Third year.
So
This is third year.
Yeah. So you still
right.
have 2
So
years on Booker.
I'm saying I don't think they want to spend all that money. They see a lot of potential, and yeah, Crosby is a great name. Ward is a great name, but I don't think they're going to spend that much on that because I think Booker at the end of the season we all see he was getting in there.
Yeah, but
Right.
he wasn't consistent. He wasn't in. He's still
No,
very
he
light in
wasn't.
the butt. And
Right.
I think Ron's right. We still have 2 picks in the second round. So that's why I'm saying safety edge rusher. But you also
Right.
can't forget about middle linebacker because we have a hole at middle linebacker right now still.
Until TJ Edwards gets
Until
back.
TJ Edwards is back. Exactly.
We need to fill that hole. We really do.
We can fill that. We can fill that hole like in the third round because that's where most of the linebackers are slated to be.
I don't know if you have starting level middle linebackers because I think middle linebackers is one of the positions that takes 2 to 3 years for you to really be able to play the position. It's hard for guys coming off ready to play and be able to run an entire defense. So that's why I look at it. I'm not really sure. I want to ask you guys. So we talk about Max Crosby. We talk about all these trades we could do. Cam Jordan. We could talk about all the defensive ends that we could add to get pressure onto the quarterback. What they're doing at safety. What we're doing in the middle linebacker because those are all still question marks. Do you trust DeAndre Swift to be healthy for another year?
I want to say yes.
You like 27-year-old running backs.
27.
29 is the fall.
28 is really the fall.
I mean, I want to say yes.
Okay.
I mean, who you got Benungai as a backup, right? They might get a 60-40 kind of thing going. So that's cool. So
Is he
like
a star running back? Because let's be honest with Swift. So Swift has had 2,000-yard rushing seasons.
He's like a 15. He's like 15, 12 type of running back.
I think 17.
Somewhere like middle of the pack running back.
So, I mean, so the year that he had the first 1,000-yard season was against Philadelphia, where he basically got benched.
Yeah.
Where they basically said, we rather have Gainwell here than have you on the field. Okay. And then last year he really played. He played well. His average was 4.9 yards per carry. He had 9 touchdowns. He was essential to what the Bears had on this team. But is he going to be able to be healthy? I don't know. And that's the problem we have with him. Is he going to be dynamic? Is he going to be able to show what he has? This is why Detroit got rid of him, because he saw all this potential. Is 27 too much? Is it worth to take a guy who's more explosive? Is it worth trying to make that trade, or do you need those 2 second-round picks to make picks this year?
Yeah, I think
I can handle if I can handle another year of it. Another year.
I think so. Keep him for another year. Is this final year or his 2 year?
No, it's not year.
This is it.
Okay. Yeah, just let's write it out. Because think about it. There's gonna be a lot of running backs there. We draft pretty well with running backs. We got Mungai, then we got Wheeler, then there's the other guy. Can't remember the other guy.
Are any of those guys number 1 running backs?
No, we got a lot of they could do it for a year or two. They did it for a year or two, got injured, never was the same. Jordan Howard, Tariq Cohen tore his ACL. Jordan Howard did we tear his ACL too? And then, yeah.
Can I tell you that Matt Forte is the last great running back we've had?
Great running back, yes, but we had a lot of good running backs Flash the pan.
Yeah.
Is that good enough to win? This is where we're at right now, guys. We made it, already made it. You know, we're in the second round of playoffs. Is this good enough for our team to be exceeding what they did last year? For us to go from being the 2015 Cubs to the 2016 Cubs, you need to add, right? Have we added? Is there anyone that you see that we could add that could make us go from the team that was, surprise team, to being we're the best in the division, no question? Or is that the plan?
That is the plan, but I think we're not heading that way. I really don't. Because to me, here's a big thing for me. Experience is a big thing. Knowledge is a big thing. DJ Moore was a big thing. DJ is no longer there, so you need a veteran. And I said this last week. I know I sound like a broken record, but we need a veteran player. Yes, we got Swift there. He's a veteran guy.
Cole Kmet?
Yeah, Cole Kmet as well.
Khalif Raymond.
Khalif Raymond, we just signed. Mm-hmm.
Oh, been around.
Yeah, but is Raymond? He's more of a special team guy than a number one receiver.
He's definitely not number one, but you have Luther Bird and you have Roma Dunze. You don't need a guy to come be your number one receiver. You need a guy that's going to stabilize your receiver room. And you just need
a veteran presence. You don't need a one. You don't need a one. You just need an elder statesman.
Yeah,
Khalif Raymond fills since he's early. Been around for like 10 years, 10-ish years. Been around everywhere.
I mean, are you willing to give up a second round pick for who's the guy again?
Achane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you willing to do that?
No.
And a second for him?
No.
Would I be willing to give him a second for him? Yes, sure. My question is if he's going to sign with us long term. If that's something that we're going to do because we know we're going to have long term, yes, I have no problem giving a second for Devon Achane. I think that he's explosive and he could be something special in Chicago, especially if you have the line being right and with that type of scheme that we have right now. So that's not the question I have. The question is it worth to do it right now?
Well, I don't know.
Do we wait for his value to come back down?
That's what I'm thinking.
It's not going to go down. I mean, it was higher. You think it's going to go down? You're going to pay for him. This is his last year of his thing. You're going to have to pay for him. And Devon Achane right now, I'll tell you, will be a $13 to $14 million running back.
Okay, so we're all thinking of the Bears' offensive line as last year. Our center is gone. So now the whole ordeal with that system is going to be different. Now, we don't know how this guy in the center.
No, the system has to be the same.
The system's the same.
Right, the system will be the same, but however, that's how quickly can the center adapt to Ben's.
I think he can. He's been to 3 different teams, so.
Not just that. Who did he play with in college?
Oh, Tooney, was it?
Joe Tooney.
Yeah.
They were the center guard combination back then. So now we have a guy who's already used to playing with Tooney, that Tooney said that he knows and feel comfortable with him there. We have other guys that we brought in for this type of situation. We already know Jonah Jackson, as much as I didn't like him that much, seemed to be doing a really good job. Darnell Wright is a guy who's a really good Pro Bowl caliber, all pro caliber right tackle too. So I'm just saying, are you sure that's not going to be okay? I don't think Braxton Jones is the answer. Don't get me wrong. Could Jedrick Willis do something? Could he be a stopgap? Is Ozzie Trapillo really the answer? But is he going to be okay with his right knee? I don't know those things. I think left tackle is the only real question mark I have.
It's a question mark, but we have lots of answers. It's a question mark that has a question, but there's a lot of people throw out the problem.
And you need a backup center. And I think you need to draft later in the draft a center. I don't think Bradbury being the only center on our team is a problem. But I'm okay with Bradbury being a center on our team. I just don't think he could be the only center on our team. Because we also re-signed Jordan McFadden. knowing that Joe Tooney at all breaking case break glass in case of emergency, that McFadden will do what we did in the playoffs, go to guard, and Tooney goes to left tackle if everything fails. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking if we're really good and we need to do something, Joe Tooney is a serviceable left tackle, and we'll go do that. We won't have our all-pro guard, but McFadden did okay. That's why they re-signed him. The problem is what happens if Bradbury gets hurt.
Do you have? Is it new?
What up, how you feeling, bro?
Can Newman play center? Can Luke Newman play center? That's
maybe, but I don't know if he's ever been that. You want a center that knows what they're doing, especially when you have a young quarterback there. You need a guy who can be stable. You know, you got that you can trust day in, day out, down in, down out. And I don't know if we have that, and that's why I think later in the draft, that's why I thought those 5th round picks that we're trading away are really important, because we need to get a center. I think this is essential, and that's why it was really cool, important for us to get the Ian Cunningham draft compensation that we didn't get.
Yeah,
that's really, really crucial to looking at, especially if you want to build a team through the draft, because there's teams that do that and do it well, and the Bears seem to be that type of team that they want to be. You need more draft capital, and that not getting that 3rd round this year and the 3rd round next year really hurt. And I questioned it. I questioned it from the NFL. I questioned why that choice was made. But because we have so many things going on, we're kind of just letting it go. Do we bring back Ryan Bates? I'm surprised I haven't seen that Ryan Bates is re-signed as a backup center, unless they really are planning on drafting the guy. You know, so and there's things moves that have been made that you question, but if you're going to roll with Poles, you got to just kind of trust in him, right? I feel like if you're really going to roll with this guy.
I mean, it's not Poles. It's more of, I don't know. Whoever has Poles' ear, that's the person we have to trust.
I don't know, because when you look at Poles seems to be a young man that's has his own idea of how he wants to build a team. I think he was wrong the first year thinking that any guy could come play the positions. But if you have stability, he thinks he could put things in. It kind of works. So if Poles is that guy and has a certain belief in these guys, then you got to trust. And then you have to go with it. And it's possible that we don't make a lot of moves on offense, and that we're going to make more moves on defense in the draft, and that we might make one big move. I wouldn't be surprised if that one big move turns out to be Devon Achane, or maybe not Max Crosby, but maybe another defensive end that they're bringing in. It's possible. So, okay. With that being said, let's look at some of the departures that we've had. You know, so we lost, DJ Moore, Zacchaeus, which I'm not going to worry about Zacchaeus that much. Whatever.
That's enough. You know, he's a good.
He's a good player, but you just see they had to.
It wasn't a net positive.
So Kevin Byard, who really chose to go to New England over us, because that's what he said. I had a choice to go to Chicago or New England. I chose New England over it. He chose that. Pittsburgh, signing our Brisker. I love Brisker. And
it kind of felt like he was going to go back. He's going to go back.
But back home. It seemed like the Bears. If you're going to go somewhere, go back to Penn State. Yeah, exactly. It made sense to go in there. But $5.5 million is not a big contract. It might be Poles knows more. Maybe he knows that this is the end of their line. We lost a lot of guys, but he knows why he's doing it. Andrew Billings, even though he was the one who stopped the run for us.
He didn't do well last year,
we need to.
Yeah, we need a new generation. That's the idea. A new generation of
a player. I mean, our defense did a really good job of bending but not breaking. But we weren't a dominant defense, so I'm not surprised that we're changing these things up. I'm surprised that we didn't do another signing, and that's why I'm waiting for another signing still. No. I think we're gonna get one more. I do think I don't think Jade Walker's gonna be a starting wide receiver. I think we're going to either get a defensive guy that's going to change our draft, or we're going to get an offensive guy that kind of stabilizes something.
I have a feeling we're probably going to get like another linebacker to fully fill out the linebacker.
Okay,
maybe
that makes a lot of sense to me. Is there any guy that you guys think that could be someone that we are looking for? Someone like Brandon Ayuk, or you're looking at
no.
Yeah, I don't think Debo. Do you like that idea?
I always like Debo. I always like Debo. The only thing is he's always hurt.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's hurt. He's pretty much DJ. He's DJ Moore, but always hurt.
But yeah, DJ Moore, we can't play. Can't play like that.
Right. Now, if we're gonna get a Debo, I'd rather just get Tyreek Hill if he's still available.
Tyreek Hill's gonna cost you too much money, I think.
Too much.
Cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
But is there another guy that you would want to kick the tires on? Would you want a Jadeveon Clowney type of signing? Do you like the idea of going to Arizona and saying, everyone's heard the rumors about
Josh Sweat and how they're just trying to tear it down.
Yep.
Third rounder for Josh Sweat.
Would you be okay with that? Losing another draft pick, we were trying to do something.
A third, I could handle.
For a third, yeah.
Handle. For a
That
third,
means we'll have no thirds.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you can get one of the teams to trade back and get a third for this year and a third for next year for number 2 or whatever they can do with it. I mean, that's fine.
Besides, we could do if he has Josh Sweat, that takes off the edge. So we could do nose or defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle. First, you're going defensive tackle. You're not going nose, but you're going defensive tackle. You don't go first round nose, but you go first round defensive tackle. Yes,
defensive tackle, safety, linebacker. Josh Sweat is the third as the edge. Supposedly edge pick.
You see defensive tackle, safety, middle?
Yeah.
I'm thinking defensive tackle, middle, safety.
They're around the same area. They're around the same area.
Right.
I don't know if you go early second round. There are 3 picks between the 2 picks. It's like 57 and 60.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think my opinion, middle linebacker is probably almost as important as a defensive tackle. We need a big run stopper guy, but the middle linebacker also, he's in charge. He sees what's going on, and he's the one who audibles and does all that.
But one thing,
but you have Devin Bush and TJ Edwards already there. So you have
Devin Bush, TJ Edwards, Hippolyte's there.
No, DeMarco Jackson.
DeMarco Jackson can wear the green dot until TJ comes back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about Jackson because Hippolyte, he's really good at it. He's really strong. He's really.
He didn't play enough in the season for us to know anything yet. And
he's hyper athletic linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Him and Sewell.
No, Sewell's too slow.
No, Sewell's not athletic. He's not athletic.
Okay. All right. If you have one move, and this is my last question for you guys before we get out of here. If you have one move, what's the one move?
Yes, that him.
You like Rodriguez?
He completes it.
You like Rodriguez? I like Rodriguez too. I think that's really good.
I don't think he lasts. I don't think he lasts till the second round. He's not gonna last.
I don't think he lasts to 57. You have to trade up to get him. I think it's the second round, but I think you're gonna get him like at 40. You have to move up to get him.
Yeah.
I like what you got. I like what you're putting down though. One move, guys. You guys choose one move that you want to see this offseason. What's the one move you want?
Ooh.
I mean, I would choose like a guy to as a depth piece for linebacker, like make sure that the linebacker room's solid.
Okay.
Depending what's out there in the first round, one move I like to see is either trade back from a first and get extra picks, so you could.
So your
Know,
first
finish.
pick won't be until 57.
No, we'll trade back like from like 25 to like maybe like 30,
Yeah,
32,
that's what I
33,
was thinking.
What do
We're
you
going
get? What
back.
do you think you get with that?
like a third or fourth.
Do you look at last year's draft?
Wasn't like a fifth. It was a fifth, I think.
It was like a fifth. If you're gonna go back from 25 to 33, you're looking at a fifth round pick. Is a fifth round pick worth you not getting your guy?
That's too far back now.
No,
So
the
that
question is your guy going to go? Because if that happens, I know who the guy they're looking for
okay.
based off that. Because if they're doing that, they're probably going for Hunter, not Kate McDonald.
Best safety prospect possible to pair with Kobe. I really like trading the Stooks.
Yeah.
When we're talking about safety, I think safety is actually a lot deeper, and I think that safety has to fit where you at, where the actual thing that we're doing, and I wonder how Dennis Allen is going to run his defense this year, because I don't think what we saw last year was Dennis Allen's real defense. I think it was a lot patchwork with it. So when I think we need a guy who's going to pressure. I think we really want a guy who's more like what we're getting rid of a Brisker, but you don't have to have that worry. I think Brisker was the person that we wanted, a type of guy like that. So I
But
think
we're
we
worried
need
that he's one bad head injury away from never
and that's why you
playing.
couldn't pay him. And so I understand why. So this is just me, and I don't know if he's going to be there. But what if we got Wheatley?
Ikey Wheatley.
Mm-hmm. If Zakeem Wheatley's there, what if we got Wheatley?
That would be like a third or fourth round pick.
That's a third round pick. It's a third round pick, right? So I'm thinking a guy who's 6'3", he's about 6'3", 200 pounds. He runs like 4'4", 40. He has real good range. He has a decent box ability. He's physical. He's a bigger dude. That's the kind of guy I think would work with Kobe. Just for me.
So that's your one move.
So if my one move I think is honestly is something most people won't like, I'm trading Tyson Bagent. I'm getting a third round pick for Tyson Bagent.
Yeah, I understand.
That's my one move. My one move is I'm trading Tyson Bagent for a third round pick, and now I'm building first, 2 seconds, 2/3, and building from there. You're right. Yeah. Kobe can play strong safety too, but that's why I'm saying when I looking at it, I think it fits. I think Wheatley can play both free safety and strong safety, but he's a bigger dude that you can use multiple guys with Kyler Gordon now you can blitz these three guys and you don't have to worry about the head injuries. And he's a very physical guy. You see how safeties coming out of Penn State work. I like it still, but I understand exactly where you're going with the True Pilgrim.
Yeah, like Trey Stooks feels more like the guy who could fly everywhere.
He's talented, guys. He's talented.
Very fast. Oh, and very fast. Like did he run like a four, like hot, like low 4.3, like 4.3 flat?
It was a 4.3. Yeah, I think it was a 4.3 thing.
And you know how much Ryan Poles loves his 4.3 guys.
Mm-hmm. But once again, I say Wheatley's a 4.4 guy. But my one move is trading Tyson Bagent and giving him an opportunity to go start somewhere.
Yeah.
What team?
It doesn't matter. Whoever's gonna give me a third round pick.
Can you
Arizona. I don't care. Anyone will give me a third round pick.
Or go to Atlanta and say, hey, give us that third round pick you should have gave us before.
They already got some guys there.
Oh yeah. Two guys who are one injury away.
Yeah, but Tua could be great too. They have a young guy, they have an old guy, all Man, I don't think Bajan's going to be in that room, and you don't want a third guy. And I'm trading Bajan to a place where he needs to be an opportunity to start.
Yeah.
Tua could be dead. He got 2 concussions in 1 year, and he's like,
Yeah,
he's gonna wake up and be like he's in like a vegetable or something.
he got through though. He got through. So I mean,
yeah, that's.
I'm worried. I'm worried about him.
Yeah, so am I, man.
No, especially with the Penix with his knee problems. One bad knee problem, he's out forever.
I'm not worried about because whatever happens to Atlanta happens to Atlanta. But I wanted to end the day before we get out of here to talk about someone that I've talked about a lot in this program. My man, number 1, Justin Fields. I love this trade for him specifically. The Jets trading Justin Fields to the Kansas City Chiefs, an opportunity to work with Andy Reid, with Eric Bieniemy, to break down his throwing motion, reading the offense, understanding who you're looking for. It's a chance for him to have this comeback story. Now, you say comeback stories, there's not a lot of those. Well, we just saw one in the Super Bowl, right, with Sam Darnold, right? Justin Fields is still young. In 2 years, he'll be 28 years old and can have the same type of Sam Darnold thing, right? Or look at Alex Smith, or who also did with Andy Reid, or look at Baker Mayfield. I'm just saying, guys, there's guys out there, I think that Justin Fields went to the right situation, and I don't need him to be on my team, but I still want the best for him. And the best for him might be for him to go to Kansas City, back up Patrick Mahomes, see what greatness is, and understand how to read the damn defense. And get the ball out of his damn hand. And trust in what you see in your eyes. This might be the beginning of a great story. So I'm very happy for Justin. I'm happy he's going to Kansas City. And I think this might be good for him.
Yeah. I always liked him. It was sad to see him go. I was against Caleb. But now, I'm eating my own words. I really do like Caleb a lot. Yeah, I mean, Justin, he's a 150-yard pass, 150-yard game passer because he ran more than he had a pass because we had no online. So, yeah, I mean,
we got to develop him. So the perfect place to go to develop might be with Andy Reid.
It's good. It's good for him. Hopefully he's going to be another Sam Darnold opportunity. Like I said before, I really liked Sam Darnold when he was with the Jets. I was hoping he would come with the Bears, but whatever, life happens. But now look at him; he's a Super Bowl champ, and it was good for him. So, wish him the best. Hope he does good.
What about you, Baron?
Yeah. Out of all three, I like him, but I saw moments where he just like. Why do you throw that?
He's lying to you guys. He hates him because he went to Ohio State. He's a liar, a dirty, dirty liar. Has nothing to do with anything with Justin Fields. He's a liar. He says he hates him because he wore the scarlet and whatever, in red, and starting gray, whatever. And he hates him because of that. Has nothing to do with anything else. He didn't want Justin Fields to do good ever. So he's wrong. Don't worry about it. I'm not giving you a chance to say anything else. I'm not giving you an opportunity to say nothing else because I'm going to end the show. Thank you, guys. Thank you, True Pilgrim. I appreciate you. Crooked Commish, you great. Ron, you're unbelievable. Lucas, glad for you to in here, guys. I'll see you guys next week. Same Bear time, same Bear channel. Baron gets nothing, and we're out of here. Peace.
We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so hard, remind you of 85. We the Bears, monsters of the Midway, knocking teams out every Sunday. Fire in our eyes, can't stop our drive. Hit so